Last week, we stepped into the Bardos, the liminal place between lives, where our projected illusions rise, dissolve, and reshape us. Today, we're creating a ritual to practice releasing illusions here and now in the living world. With this light, the mandala continues. And welcome to Practical Magic, Mystic Travelers. I'm Jazz. If you wish to prepare this ritual along with me, all you'll need is 4 pieces of paper or cloth and something to draw on it with, and optionally some string. The Bardos, a concept from the Tibetan Book of the Dead, teaches that thought becomes form on the other side, whereas what we want to happen here usually takes a lot of time and effort to manifest. But over there, whatever you think appears instantly. This ritual helps us notice the illusions that we've been having in this world and how to release them gently and intentionally. If you're interested in catching up on what the Tibetan Book of the Dead and the Bardos are all about, last week's video is linked below. But this ritual also stands on its own as well. If you're new here and you want to understand the 4-part monthly cycle, you can watch the orientation video anytime. Today, we're creating elemental offerings. First, we'll need 4 pieces of cloth or paper, as I said before. If you wish to use cloth that is a color that represents each element, such as blue for water or brown for earth, that's fine. That's actually great. Blank paper is fine as well. You could just use colors that represent those. Just use your intuition. I used whatever I had around. These were the colors I had, so I connected them elementally in my own way. Today I have red, yellow, black, and white. So since east is air, south is fire, west is water, and earth is north, I'm going to use yellow to represent east, air, mind, sunrise. That's, like I said, the realm of the mind. Black will represent south, spirit. Red represents west, like the sunset. And that also represents the element of water or emotion. White represents north and the element of earth and the realm of the physical. Now, I just picked these because it is what I was feeling. So make the ritual your own. If I had some blue cloth, I'd definitely be using that for west, but it is what it is. Let's take a deep breath. Remembering we are in a sacred circle. Let's begin. Feel free to pause this video anytime you need more time at any point during this ritual. We're going to start with east, air, the mind. Take a moment to think about what illusions may be clouding your mind. Then draw a picture or a sigil or a symbol, waves, spirals, dots, whatever, or even write some words on your paper or cloth representing that illusion you wish to dissolve. Remember, it doesn't have to be fancy or artsy or anything. This is just for you. Now we're going to repeat this with all 4 directions or aspects of ourselves. Now we're moving on to South Spirit. Reflect for a moment on something you may have been clinging to that doesn't feel in alignment with your spirit or your higher self. And now draw that feeling onto your cloth or paper. Next, we will take our West Emotions paper or cloth and reflect on what illusions regarding our emotions or our emotional state. What are we pretending doesn't exist? Maybe we feel a discomfort in our heart chakra area and we aren't sure where the unease is coming from. You don't have to know its name or form, but draw what the feeling feels like to you. Or like I said earlier, write some words, whatever resonates. And last but not least, we have North, representing earth in the physical world. What part of your physical life, your health, your work, your family, have you been holding onto an illusion about? Draw its representation on your paper or cloth. Now you're going to take them one at a time and whisper your intention to release each drawing. Use the wording that feels comfortable to you. For example, if you feel unworthy, you may whisper to your emotion image, I release the illusion that I'm not enough. Or if you feel like you're always overworking, you might want to whisper to your physical sigil, I let go of the idea that my worth is based on my productivity. So now we have our illusions drawn out, ready to release. If you would like to string these together, you can, or you can hang them individually. Ideally, you hang these out in the elements, allowing time to wear them down, allowing the wind to tear them apart, and release your intentions into the universe. Please be responsible and make sure you clean up after yourself. And please don't place anywhere that may harm wildlife or plants or anything. If you do not have an outdoor space or a balcony or something to hang them, you can also hang them in an out-of-the-way corner of your inside space. The power of sigils is passive, working through your subconscious mind. You're not meant to study them, but rather see them passively as you go about your regular life. When you feel like these have served their purpose, you may burn them. If that is a safe thing for you to do, please follow all fire safety rules and all that. Use your best judgment. You may also bury them, soak them, or return them to the earth in your own way. Just please remember that if you plan to return them to the earth, make sure you are using safe, biodegradable materials. And now we have our elemental release flags. Cultures from throughout history and around the world, all time, have used prayers and intentions on flags and paper. Sometimes they are flown to release prayers. Sometimes they are ties with wishes or dreams, tied to the branches of trees or on strings wrapped around stones. This is my family's interpretation of this archetypal concept. So in the Bardos, liberation comes from recognizing illusion. These elemental offerings we just created now in the present reality teach the mind to soften its grip and let things change without fear or clinging. Thank you for spending this sacred time here with me today, and I hope this release ritual lightens your spirit. Next week on the Mystic's Mirror, we'll spend time with an enchanting curio object given to me by Tibetan Buddhist monks, a symbol of a ritual that holds profound meaning on the cosmic scale and the smallest scale. I can't wait to share it with you. Please tell me below how this ritual resonated with you and how you did it, how you changed it up. I'm sure your fellow travelers would love to hear all about your unique way of doing it. The circle remains open, mystic travelers. The ritual continues. I'll see you next week.